Smash Ultimate came around, right? And what? 2 months into Smash Ultimate? I feel like I'm getting better. And I want to participate in this crew battle. Of course, crew battles were always the start of my, like, game career, I guess. It was Kirby Chord versus King K. Rool Chord. It was actually the first ever, like, CB I had officially partaken in, like, Ultimate. Especially for, like, the crew that was Kirby Chord. Now, Kirby Chord organizes their players really weirdly. Let me tell you about it. If they think you're, well, first off, unless they know you can't, like, be there for, like, later time to, like, anchor. Unless you're bad, they're going to save you for last. And so if you're bad, or if they think you're bad, they're going to put you up first or, like, second or whatever. Because they just want all their strong players at last, which makes sense. But, I just don't like that as much. Because they literally are just, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. You just know they're, like, good players if they're last. I don't know. They never actually say that, but it's just kind of how I always noticed it ran. The bad Kirbys in the front, the good Kirbys, or the notable players in the back. And I wasn't notable at the time. I don't even think many people knew my name. Which is interesting to think about now. So, they put me in first. And what the funny thing, what the heck? I can crouch that? Anyways, the funny thing is, one of the best players for the King K. Rool's team, Von Karma, is up first. Now, let me tell you something. To participate in, like, CB, you have to participate in, like, the crew chat beforehand. You have to talk about the matchup and, like, probably play a couple friendlies or GMUs, which is just joint matchup. And I played Von Karma before, actually. In fact, me and Von Karma went even, but I almost always won. She would take 2 stocks off me. But, I would win. And that's all I care about. And so, Von Karma is up freaking, like, to frick me, basically. And everybody sees that Von Karma is out from the Kirby side and, like, bruh, sending in, like, your best player really early is bruh. And they're just super ready for me to lose, basically. But they're, you know, they're still cheering me on, like, go JeJa! Woo! Yeah! Gamer call! What? And they don't think anybody had heard, but I actually had beaten Von Karma in friendlies, like, quite a bit. I don't think any of them knew that. And if they did, there were, like, a couple that might have, actually. Because I think I played friendlies with, like, Von Karma and one other Kirby at some point, like, rotations. And I think they saw. Anyways, there was this other dude that I don't remember the name of. He was a furry. I wish I could see him again, actually. I want to see how he's doing. But anyways, he's a furry, and he's probably the first furry I've ever met. And I played him, and he gave me a lot of tips against King K. Rool. And I honestly think that's really what helped me in that, like, crew battle fight. Because I ended up winning. And everybody's just like, yo, you beat freaking Von Karma, the best K. Rool on their team? What? They were, like, legitimately shocked that it's like, wait, hold up. He's actually kind of decent now. Frick. Hold. Did he get lucky? Did he get good? I don't know. You know, that type of thought process. And honestly, I had gotten decent. Wow, speak of the devil. I had gotten pretty decent. I'm actually kind of threatening now. So, the next King K. Rool comes up. And I 3-stock him. And if you don't know who this K. Rool is, his tag was Omega. And I ended up taking like 6 or 7 stocks, if I remember right, from the crew battle. Which was one of the biggest accomplishments I've ever had up to that point. Everybody, like, there's a group chat for, like, all the competitors who are playing in the crew battle. And all of them are just like, yo, when'd you get good? And then Kirby Chord, like, the main Kirby Chord chat was just like, there's this one dude, Nova, who literally just said, yo, JeJa. JeJa took how many stocks? Bro, when do you get good? That's literally what he said. And I remember seeing that, I'm just like, bruh, I've been good now. And honestly, just seeing him be like, bro, congratulations, you got good, kind of made my, like, year. I know that sounds not the best, but, like, it was just really big, like, accomplishment to me at that point. I don't know what else to say about that. So, life went on. People started considering me a threat, and I think that's when, like, Wi-Fi tournaments came in. Wi-Fi tournaments are interesting. I did a Wi-Fi tournament a while ago. I don't do really Wi-Fi tournaments anymore. I've done, like, a Wi-Fi tournament in about 2 weeks since the last one. And then 5 weeks since, like, that one and then another one. I do play the game a ton still. School gets in the way sometimes, blah, blah, blah. I hate homework! Ban homework! We had an entire discussion about this in English. I'm so glad all the people in English are weird, because they're honestly some of the most fun people to have English with. They make the class fun, not the teacher or, like, the actual class. My students, my fellow peers in that English class, in that advanced English class, just make the game fun. And I'm so happy. So, anyways, play the game a lot. I don't really do tournaments too often, but every time I do, I feel like I do pretty decent at them. One of my now biggest achievements is 2nd out of 223 people at, not Big Porch, Back in Blood, which was an Oregon, like, not major, an Oregon, regional. Bro, I lost to Ludo. By the way, I have a vlog of it. You should watch that. I lost to Ludo, kind of. Not early at all. It was in top 8. I lost to Ludo for 5th, but I was in winners. And so I made a loser's run. I beat H4DS, which was probably my best win there. And then I fought Ludo again. And this time, I made sure that he knew my name a little bit more. And we had played on Wi-Fi. So that's why that was honestly one of the most fun sets I've had in a long time. Just because we played on Wi-Fi, and I knew what was going to happen a lot. But Ludo just surprised me with his offline knowledge at that point during the first, like, set. But I feel like I did adapt game 3. Not game 3. He didn't 3-0 me. Game 4 or game 5. I don't remember. Anyways, I beat him in the run back. And then I go into, like, grands against Elegant. Elegant bops me. Wow, I got bopped. But I learned so much that day. And then I've studied the VODs. I know what I've done wrong. And I've learned an important tip about acting second, I guess you could say. I'm so happy to have met Elegant, though. Elegant, I watched his VODs. I remember at the beginning of Ultimate, he's one of the people who I watched his VODs of. So meeting him in person, in grand finals of this regional with, like, $3,000 on the line, it's just like, how did I get here? What happened in the last, like, 3 years? And I'm so happy that it did happen. And there I am, getting bopped by as the entire PNW just watches, and it's like, JeJa, please, come on! JeJa, JeJa. I love the screaming. I love the cheering. Whenever they cheered my name, it just, bro, it was the most, like, stress-inducing, happy. My body just didn't know what it was like. It was just like, what do we create? What protein do we create? What freaking hormone do we create here? I don't know how to feel. And I want to feel that again. Being in that large of an environment with that many people watching, I've never felt that much adrenaline. I told my friends how I felt. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like I felt like crying and throwing up at the exact same time. My friends are like, yeah, I felt that like once in my life. Are you feeling that like every month? And I'm like, not every month. And they're like, yeah, I don't do heroin every month. I just do it every couple months. I just do one large batch of heroin every couple months. You see, good for me. Oh. And yeah, no, it was like being high, I guess, but I just felt incredible. Like I could do anything. Like I could see everything. But I did eventually get tired. Bro, the next day, bro, I was a little bit gone. I don't know where my brain was. It was somewhere. I think it was still in Portland. I was trying to get on a plane, and my brain's just like back in Portland still, being like, where am I again? Where's my body? I hope it's still okay. I don't know if I've had my brain since, but I hope it's okay, wherever it is. He's a good boy. And I don't know. I really want to do that again, though. I'm not going to lie. Just that much intense pressure doesn't sound good for you in any way, shape, or form, actually. But it feels, oddly enough, it feels good. Anyways, yeah, no, I got bopped, but made 700. And honestly, I don't really care. That was my first, like, regional. That was the biggest regional I've ever been to offline.